Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I'm Vinu Anand at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leaders interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulae for many. And this is what we aim for with these sessions, by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge-sharing community. We have one such industry stalwart on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Hiren S. Shukla. He stands as an accomplished professional with an impressive track record spanning over 3 decades. His journey is characterized by a profound commitment to excellence, strategic thinking, and a robust skill set that encompasses risk management, collections, distressed assets, team leadership, and execution capabilities. Throughout his illustrious career, he has consistently sought growth opportunities in various roles within non-banking financial companies, that is NBFCs, asset reconstruction companies, that is ARCs, and banks. His latest role has been of Chief Collection Officer and Associate Director at Motilal Oswal Home Finance Limited, Mumbai, where he has showcased his expertise in managing payment delays and defaults across affordable housing loan portfolios. His leadership has overseen a collection force of 500, emphasizing his ability to handle complex portfolios effectively. He owes his professional excellence to a pivotal point in his career with the position of Chief Operating Officer at Reliance Asset Reconstruction Company Limited, that is RARC. There, he played a pivotal role in acquiring retail educational loans, CV, auto pools, and SME pools, contributing significantly to the company's market presence. His achievements included the acquisition of NPA pools of nearly 1,000 crore during the 2015 to 2018 period, and the resolution of 225 crore annually. Welcome to the show, sir. So can you tell our viewers more about your journey so far?
Thanks, Vinu, for the kind and lavish introduction of my profile. See, I started my career way back in 1990. When I passed out my MBA from Faculty of Management Studies, MS University, Vadodara, I got a job as a management trainee in Gujarat Steel Tube. And for 4 years, from 1990 to 1994, I was into the industrial marketing space. And then there I got exposure to marketing of chemicals, pipes, tubes, okay, and also did a couple of market research report, market feasibility report. So that was a very enriching experience. But in 1994, I joined Kotak Mahindra Finance Limited. Earlier, Kotak Mahindra Bank was not there. Kotak Mahindra Finance was there, NBFC was there. So there, they were getting very aggressive on the car finance product at that point of time. So I joined as an understudy to the branch manager, and within 1 year, I became a branch manager. And at Baroda branch, I was there till 1999. And see, erstwhile all NBFC, you were supposed to handle everything: sales, credit, collection, operations. Okay, and so that period was very rewarding for me, and the company also benefited. We had a dominant market share during that period. Then I was shifted to Kanpur, transferred to Kanpur, and there I was looking after Kanpur Lucknow location there itself for a year. And thereafter also I shifted to Pune, where I was area manager and responsible for Maharashtra, Goa, Maharashtra other than Mumbai and Goa. So all those locations like Kolhapur, Nasik, Goa. So I was a profit center head for all those areas. So there also, as a profit center head, you're responsible for sales, collection, credit, everything you're responsible. So it was a very rewarding experience as being profit center head in the different areas. But in 2004, I got opportunity to become corporate credit and collection head. And so here I was reporting to MD of the company, CEO of the company directly. And here I was responsible for overseeing the credit and collection function. Okay. So that was with regard to product management. In 2006, I joined Reliance Capital because they wanted to start a lending business. They were very good in mutual fund and all those at that point of time, but they never had never into the lending space. So I was a part of that team, and I was interested with the responsibility of setting up the collection function. So I set up the collection function with all process team. I built the team, got the people at the right place, right locations, and also set up the process. So there, I was there till 2015, and I was a head collection, reporting to CEO, MD all the time. So I was I was a CXO there, and I was re-christened as a chief collection officer there. In 2015, for further growth prospect, I was transferred to the group company Reliance Asset Reconstruction Company as a CEO, and with an objective that going forward, maybe you can become a CEO or something. So I had an experience. My strength was retail collection and collection up to 25 crore portfolio. So our group company wanted to make forays into the retail sector. So along with our CEO, we laid out the plan and we executed acquisition of the retail portfolio. That is education loan, CVC loan, small ticket loan, small ticket lab. So that period was very successful for that company because we managed to acquire about 1,000 crore. And our resolution was also good and very good in the industry. Right? And about 225 to 230 crores consistently we were able to collect. Now, there was some difference in 2018, and then I thought let me pursue other career prospects. So I joined Equitas Bank, and Equitas Bank again I was responsible for the managing collection of the CVC vertical for first year, and the next 2 years I was responsible for managing their small ticket lab and also their working capital ODC portfolio. And for health reason, I shifted because Equitas stint was quite good for me. It was a huge team actually. This was a in terms of the collection workforce, about 1,000 people were there overall. And here I was reporting to the business head, 2 business head I was reporting, one working capital business head and one this small ticket lab portfolio. But due to health reason, and I wanted to be with my family in Mumbai because I was there at Chennai at that point. And there I was there for a year. And thereafter I thought that I'll start my own consultancy career. Okay. And I from 2022 to I was consultant to a couple of companies, NBFCs. And currently I'm a consultant with an IT company. And and I have developed interest in this corporate governance and I'm aspiring to be an independent director. So this has been my career journey so far. And I will be very happy to take any further questions.
Amazing journey, sir. Lots to learn from you and your experience. Sir, could you provide us with an example of a strategic initiative you have developed and executed that has significant impact on the company's success?
There are, see, as I said earlier, my career has been long, more than 3 decades. There have been many such initiatives, but top of the mind, I remember some 3-4 initiatives. Quickly, I can tell you about that. See, one such initiative was with Reliance ARC. See, you will find in the ARC industry there are only about 26 ARC companies. Okay, and out of that, only 10 to 12 ARC companies are active buying the portfolio and resolving it. And our company was one of them. But then we never had a strong group in the AUM. So along with the CEO, we decided to make an aggressive pitch for acquiring the retail portfolio. And we approached some public sector bank and they had a lot of education loan portfolio. So we approached them and we were able to acquire the education loan portfolio at good valuation. And we were able to resolve also because see, the group already had the collection capabilities. Because I was a chief collection officer with, and we had a strong team for collecting in the retail portfolio and even in the MSME sector. So that team was put to good use. We had a dedicated separate team for Reliance ARC. And we could resolve about 225 crores in a year, and we could acquire about 1,000 crores in a 3-year period. So I would say that this was one of the most important strategic initiative I took in my career. Okay. The second important initiative which I took is with the Equitas Bank. So the legal, while doing collection, the legal team is always a part of the collection team. And there is one garnishee tool under the Arbitration Act. So we use the garnishee tool to recover a lot of money from the probable this NPA, and the NPA came down. I'll explain what a garnishee is. That see, somebody is defaulting and he is a contractor with say Mahindra and Mahindra. So under the Arbitration Act, we'll invoke the garnishee clause and we'll write to Mahindra and Mahindra that this particular contractor is not paying EMI to us. You better pay to us whatever you are owing to him. So what will happen? These people will come immediately running and settle them on, because they don't want to spoil the relationship with their customers. So that was so in the CVC portfolio with Equitas Bank and also with their working capital portfolio, this tool was put to good use, and the NPA came down. Of course, the support of legal team was there. Other team members were also there. So I would say this was the second important initiative I took in my long career, which I remember. We evolved a process where we did a lot of hindsighting. So we made sure that the right profile was selected. We made sure that we priced right. As far as the car loan was concerned, we priced right. We were very particular about negative areas. We were very particular about the geographical expansion. So all those proactive underwriting process and relationship with the dealers, this ensured that our portfolio was very clean, and the credit losses was as low as 0.25%. So I would see, I would not attribute this particular initiative only, but it was a team initiative. Entire credit sales and the collection team was involved. But I played a very important role there. So this is also very important because the credit loss was as low as 0.25%, and which was the lowest in the industry. And the rating agents also acknowledged that the portfolio has been managed very well. So that was the third most important initiative which I took. So I think, and the one most important initiative which I like to highlight is that, see, in 2008 the Lehman crisis happened, and many portfolios like personal loan portfolio were under huge stress. What was happening in those times? That personal loan portfolio was growing at a very exponential pace, and people were using funds. The customers were using funds for investing in the share market, using personal loan money which is available at 15-16%, and they were investing in the share market. Share market was also very growing very fast, and people were making money there. Suddenly the market crashed and people started defaulting everywhere, and the industry also struggled. So what we did at that point of time was we took a lot of initiatives. The collection team was obviously demotivated because check bouncing was increasing, the defaults were increasing. So what we took the team into the confidence, and I donned the hat of the HR manager. I did a lot of experiential analysis. I took them to the locations, did these experiential activities and all those things. And I inspired, motivated team that, see, the challenges are there. We should not give up, and we should face the challenge head on. Okay, and we should achieve our results. So this I think really motivated the team. The second initiative we took is that, see, we gave them a lot of. We launched contests like foreign trip, Chroma voucher, Kalyan Jewelry Tonnage voucher, all those things. So they were also given a, what I'm saying, sort of a carrot, that we achieve the target, then targets are obviously stretched. And third, we work with a consultant. I will not name the consultant. We based on the credit bureau scores, we evolved a settlement product, a settlement grid. So that product was also given. The tools were given to the collection team, and the results were very overwhelming. We could collect in 2 years at the average of about 150 crores to 180 crores in a year, and that really changed the bottom line of our company, and the return on assets and the return on equity was very good. And because of this huge collection, first year I was awarded as the best HR manager. Now in the history of Reliance Capital, Reliance Commercial Finance, Normally, the HR manager will get an award, but the CEO said, no, you should get the best HR manager award because the collection team was all down and you motivated, inspired them to give up their best. So I was given the best HR manager award, though I was not a part of the HR function. And second, I was given the highest award next year, that is CEO Inner Circle Award, for making outstanding contribution to the bottom line and to the portfolio. Because this award is reserved for the one-downs of CEO, and here about 8 to 10 one-down. So that year, I was selected as helping the CEO to achieve the profit, return on asset, and return on equity. So I think these are the significant, what I'm saying, breakthrough achievement as far as my career is concerned.
Wow, heartiest congrats.
Yeah.
Yes, heartiest congrats for your achievement, sir.
Yeah.
What do you believe are the current challenges and opportunities in the financial services sector, and how would you address them in a leadership role?
See, everybody must have read the media about India is doing very well. Okay? The growth rate is 7% consecutively for last 2 years, and this year also the rating agencies and the other experts are predicting that the growth will be around 6.75 to 7.25% growth. Now, if the economy is growing, the financial sector is the engine for the growth of the country. So they are also growing at a good pace. The credit growth, which is a barometer of how well the banks and the NBFCs are doing, is 15% as per the RBI report. And the rating agencies are expecting that even this year, it may moderate this year, but they say that it's going to be 13%. But 13% is also a good growth. Now, so NBFC banks, they're all going to grow in this particular year. Of course, some caution is sounded by RBI with regard to the personal loan category, and they have want the banks and the NBFC to be careful. But that segment is very small. So what I feel is actually the outlook is good for the financial services sector. They have done well. They have improved their process. You will find that the turnaround process has crashed. The retail loan has expanded. The auto loans, the CV loan, the gold loan, affordable housing portfolio. All segments are growing, and personal loan segment is also growing. And India, as far as the urban part is concerned, that there is a consumerism movement going on. People would like to spend, right? Would like to spend on garments, shoes, okay, mobile phone. So this loan is helping the retail consumers to achieve their dreams. Even the holidays, all those things are there, right? So I think the outlook is quite good. But yes, some challenges would be there. Like there would be some default, particularly in the personal loan segment. And the banks, NBFC will have to be careful about the risk management process. They have to focus on the collections. Okay. And the fintech companies are also doing well. Okay. So they are also giving a run for money to the banks and NBFC. So they have to again work on the process, how they can further crash their TAT and all those things. Other important thing is actually the MSME sector is moderately doing well, but the big ticket loans are not catching up because see the government has invested in the roads, infrastructure, everything, but that kind of investment has not yet come from the private sector because the rural sector is still reeling under El Nino impact and the demand has not caught up. So what I feel is that see it's not exactly mixed bag, but I would say that the outlook is quite good. Few challenges are there, but the financial service sector and the leaders will be able to work.
Do you believe in the fintechs will overtake traditional banking?
I would see, my view is that see, they will both have to coexist. See, the fintech has the advantage in terms of faster turnaround, and they are able to offer the product very fast. And you will find 2-minute loan, 3-minute loan, okay, particularly in the personal loan segment, okay. And that digital platform has really created a sort of a disruption with regard to the sourcing, getting new customers, okay, and faster turnaround process with regard to sanction and the disbursement. So, but what I feel is that see the fintech will require the support. I think they will have to offer the digital platform to the banks and the NBFC, and they will have to jointly grow together because the fintech has also got disadvantage. They are prone to cyber security risk. Okay, there will be data theft. Okay, there would be again challenges with regard to not the model not being scalable. Yeah, and so if they have to grow very fast, both this segment will have to coexist. That is man. See again, they are not much regulated. Now for the fintech company, they are going to get regulated. Now with increased regulation, whether they'll be able to still take care of the customers, uh, satisfy the customers, and they don't operate with the branches. So how they are going to take care of the collection process, how they are going to take care of the customer service issues at a later date. So these are all the challenges which I think they are likely to face. But if they, I think, coexist with the banks and the NBFC, banks can use the digital platform and they can in turn can use their operational efficiency, operational team. Okay, they can use their risk management practices. I think both can coexist. I think that's my view.
How and when did you develop an interest in corporate governance?
Where I was with Reliance ARC in the period 2015-18, and I was a chief operating officer there. And being a small company, I had to work closely with the KMP, that is CFO, CEO, and the company secretary, for preparing the documents, the packs for the board meeting, AGM, even the committee meeting. So I was my main job was to resolve and acquire the asset. So we had the acquisition committee, we had the resolution committee. And of course, for every quarter, there is a board meeting. So the audit committee was there. So we used to work closely with the KMPs. And so I had developed the interest at that point of time. And plus, we had well-known independent directors on the board. Like some of them were president of the stock exchange, president of the multinational bank. Okay. And the National Payment Commission, some of them were was a senior member over there. Somebody was merchant acquisition expert. So and no, there was a nominee directors of Corporation Bank and Indian Bank and GIC also. So it was a board comprising of 10 people. And every quarter I had an opportunity to interact with them. And so then at one point of time, I felt that I should, of course, I was trained to become CEO. Unfortunately, I could not make it. But it was, I think it was a good experience. At that point of time, I developed the interest. So I'm quite conversant with how the board functions and all those, because the 3-year experience was there. Almost, I would say that about 12 meetings and about 25 committee meetings and AGM, pre-AGM. So well versed with the board procedures.
Great. As a corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the table?
See, corporate governance, I read somewhere, see, it's a function of 4P. That is people, purpose, then your performance, okay, and the so my job is very clear that see, I would make sure to be what I'm saying, develop a teamwork with the like-minded people and ensure. So if I'm a member of NRC, I'll make sure that the CEO and the CXOs are dynamic and provide the able leadership, because the NRC will have to play a very significant role in the selection of the executive member also and the board member also. And purpose, see, whatever is the mission, okay, that mission should not be on the paper. We should make sure that the board members and people down the line also execute that mission, and then we go towards that vision in the form of the performance. Like we want to be market leader by say 3 years, that's a vision, say. So after 3 years, so that performance also has to come in. So all these things are very critical. And today a lot of things are being said about the corporate governance. So one should be acting responsibility with accountability, transparency, okay. And as a board member, I will make sure that I will lead by example, A, and B, I will make sure that the people who are other directors also and people, CEO and the CXO, okay, they also follow in the spirit. So that's a value I would like to bring as far as the board member is concerned. And of course, I have good experience with regard to the risk management, investments, okay, where to invest and and good experience in financial services. Okay. So that experience can be put to good use in suppose if I am a part of a risk committee or the investment committee. Okay. Uh, and of course, I've been part. I can even be part of the audit committee also. Okay. So all these things, I think all in these areas, I would like to add value.
Thank you so much for your valuable inputs.
Yeah.
What are some of the most remarkable changes you have seen in your field with the changes in technology? And what changes do you expect to see with the advent of IoT, AI, ML, blockchain, big data, and Web 3.0?
See, I entered financial services industry in 1994, and I've been quite active till 2022. So the journey is almost 28 years. Now, earlier everything was manual, whether the underwriting process was there, whether the collection was there. Okay. Uh, Now every system has come. Okay, like whether your operational management is there or credit, where you have LOS, you have uh, uh, collection system. Now they are in the form of an app, and you can really judge where the guy has gone today. You can measure the productivity of the person, that how many visits a collection guy has made in the field, even the salesperson, how many visits he has made. Okay. So the lead generation, the collection, the underwriting process, it has through the technological, it has gone like it has gone by leaps and bounds. But you have mentioned about the AI and ML part. Now the AI and ML part will further impact the sourcing, the underwriting, the collection. Okay, as far as the lending space is concerned, because then you will be able to predict which customer is going to be a repeat customer, which customer is going to be again a customer or is likely to buy a particular product or services. And so a lot of data are there. So the big data and AI, that will really help. Now, with regard to risk management, operational risk management, you can pinpoint which guy will default, which guy is likely to pay when, how many EMI in a month. Okay. So I think going forward, the AI ML will give this kind of inputs. Okay. And today, collection has been happening through the field visit and telecalling. AI and ML will give the inputs what time to call the customer, whether the customer will pick up the call during that time, okay, what to talk, okay. So, and when to visit, okay, how many loans he has taken, whether he will pay. So all those things you can forecast all those kind of a thing. So, I think the technology will have a big role to play. Even in underwriting, so you are finding 2-minute loan, 3-minute loan in small loan like two-wheeler, personal loan, even small car loan also. I think that can be extended to the other product also going forward. So I think why the fintech has become successful. It is because of their ability to provide this kind of solution to the customer, and they're able to reach those customers where banks and NBFCs have not reached. Okay, of course they are facing hurdles in the form of the operational management, risk management. But I think this is the technology will play a critical role in all these areas.
Thank you so much for your knowledge.
Yeah, thanks. My pleasure.
We are building a community of industry magnates. The move
Yeah.
is meant for cross pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. What are your thoughts about this initiative taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
I think they are playing a very important role. They have sensed that there will be a shortfall of talent of all the impact leaders. Now, see the board member, the independent directors, okay, the executive directors, they are the impact leaders because they are foreseeing that there is likely to be a shortfall, and India is having a lot of young people. Okay, so the corporate world may require the young leaders also at the board level, corporate level, CEO level. So through this kind of a training program on corporate governance or ESG, okay, and other module, they are doing a very pioneering work. Okay, they have sensed that this gap is there, and they are trying to bridge the gap. India is is in a very good situation today. It is growing at as I said earlier, it's growing at a very robust pace. the financial service sector and other important sectors are also likely to grow at a very fast pace. And there will always be a demand for the impact leaders. Okay. And not only Heval and Jeshan has felt the need, even the Ministry of Corporate Affairs also felt the need. So they have coined a term called NAIL. I think that is on the impact. Yeah, they have created that kind of a team. Okay. So I think everybody is talking about the impact leaders, and with people who are well versed in the area of corporate governance. And see, growth, okay, anybody can grow, but the important thing is the inclusive growth. There is a wide disparity between the rich and the poor. And if the future directors are sensitive to the environment, they're sensitive to the social needs, okay, and then you will have an all-round inclusive growth, which can, the fruits of the growth are shared across all the stakeholders of the society, and everybody is kept happy. That is the employees, the customers, okay, the suppliers, the investors, okay. So I think the corporate governance is about being committed to all the stakeholders. So I think they are playing a very important role, and I'm lucky to be working with them and getting some inputs on how to conduct myself, and I'm also getting trained with them. So I'm quite happy about it.
Thank you so much. Great. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will inspire future leaders. Thank you, Hiren sir, for joining us today. Wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute unquestionably has expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a wonderful day ahead, sir.